And also breaking for you this midday in the South Bay, a small plane landing on Highway 85. Snarling morning commute.
Now, this could have ended way differently. NBC Bay Area's Bob Redell tells us in Cupertino that the process is underway to get that plane out of the area. But Bob, do we know how long it's going to take?
CHP just told me it could be a couple of more hours. Here's the issue right there. You've got the pilot of this single-engine airplane that landed here on southbound Highway 85, along with a couple of people who showed up on the scene here to help him take apart the plane. They're trying to take the wings off so they can make the plane smaller and make it so it's towable off the surface of the roads here. But again, it's just taking time for reasons that we're not clear why. So again, CHP says it could be another couple of hours, so we're looking into the early afternoon at the earliest. It was around 7:15 this morning during the morning commute that this pilot made an emergency landing here on southbound 85 just south of McClellan Road in Cupertino. He did land safely without hitting any vehicles. No one was hurt. CHP says the pilot might have run out of gas. The pilot was hesitant to talk with us, but he did say that he was on his way from Carmel, where he lives, up here to Palo Alto, and had this to say when we brought up the possibility that his plane had been low on fuel. Ran out of gas, though?
No, we don't know what happened. We're looking into that now.
Okay. And you're okay?
Yeah, I am. Sorry.
All right.
Wish I could help you out.
Very short conversation, as I mentioned. This is video of the scene from NBC Bay Area Sky Ranger, where southbound 85 has been a mess since this plane landed on the freeway during the morning commute. There was also a crash near the scene earlier involving two vehicles in the backup. There were no injuries, but it added to congestion. The FAA tells us they are investigating this incident and could issue a preliminary report as early as tomorrow. Back out here live. We're on southbound 85. The plane is behind you now, and we're looking northbound as the southbound traffic is at a crawl. You can see you've got bystanders on the McClellan Road overpass who have been looking at this scene down here, but you get a sense of just how bad the traffic is. And here we are at 11 a.m. and it's still bad. We should technically be out of the morning commute, but for people trying to here in the South Bay, it's just not that right now. That's where we're sent over to my traffic anchor buddy, Mike Inouye. Mike, what do you see on your maps?
Yeah, Bob, we see the one lane behind you there, folks, right on the map. It's up in Cupertino area now. It has not rippled out to the rest of the South Bay. So San Jose did operate normally, but northbound 85 was jammed up all morning, still jammed up for a short period approaching the scene. You saw how low that center divide is. They can see all the activity here on the southbound side. Now, as Bob talked about, there was another accident in the area, and the longer lanes are blocked and the more backup there is, the more chance there is of secondary, tertiary incidents. We do have another crash that just removed from the report there. There may have been progress, but I heard about 4 or 5 vehicles involved in another crash in the backup heading south. So at least the last report I got, folks were traveling from Fremont Street in Sunnyvale and Mountain View. They had to get off at Stevens Creek Boulevard and then take Dianza Boulevard past the scene because of a secondary crash in that backup. South 85 is a mess heading through Mountain View, so do be careful in toward Cupertino. Again, we gave you the alternate, Stevens Creek to Dianza Boulevard, maybe a couple more hours for that jam. We'll send it right back to you.